What's it like to be in a bind, you know, to be, to feel trapped between what they call a rock and a hard place? I mean, just to give it context and perspective, recently I've been having some really interesting conversations with individuals who are in a situation where, you come out of university and you desperately want work. I mean, we all want work. From the get go, we were trained by the society that we live in that we have to be financially secure. That's a no brainer. So everybody wants financial security. So you come out of school, you look for a job, and you start to make money and you start to grow and progress in life. But pretty soon, somewhere along the line, the way the story goes, from what I've heard from clients and other individuals and friends I've been speaking to, I was at a party last night and speaking to a few mature adults like myself, been in the workforce for 30, 40, 50 years. And what they're saying is that when you want your financial security, so you get that job. But what happens, the businesses out there, I know that's a big generalization, but lots of businesses, they choose the individual who wants it most. When you are preparing for an interview, you always hear, you gotta want it, and for sure, I get that, that's true, you gotta want it. But somewhere along the line, this wanting it gets taken advantage of by some businesses, by employers, and they start to, when you get that job, you're happy, you're over the moon, financial security is coming, and then suddenly or gradually you find out that you're doing a job of 4 or 5 different people. You're loaded with work that it's beyond what you're supposed to contractually do. And you don't want to, you hear about cutbacks, you hear about financial crises, and you hear about inflation and economic and political situations that cause businesses to have to, they need their monthly quota, and you're a tool to get that monthly quota. And it sounds like a fair exchange because you work, you get paid, you help the business to survive and make their monthly quota, but you didn't sign up to do 4 or 5 different jobs or a job of 4 or 5 different people. And so you end up extremely frustrated. You end up being glued to your chair. And I quote by some people I've spoken to, they don't take a lunch break. They're eating through their lunch break, sitting in front of their laptops. And obviously they get to go to make bathroom breaks, but they're in essence being taken advantage of. And they say taken advantage of because it's a hard situation. And that's why I start off by saying being in a bind, because they want to leave their jobs because they're frustrated. They got aches and pains. They're not sleeping right. They're overworked. I'm not even talking about the pay part, but they're overworked. They're stressed, and they want to move on. They want a job where they are more valued for what they can, they're more valued for the sake of their mental health and not just for the sake of what they can produce. So they want to move on, but if they ever get the courage to move on, then they're back in a position where they're not working and they're not earning and the financial security is gone. But if they stay, they are in for a hell of a time. And there are some people who are so resilient and so tough that they can push through. But at what cost? I always come back to this, at what cost? The cost of your health, mental and physical. And mental and physical health is more valuable than money, despite the need for financial security. So this is my thing. I am here to offer a way for you to be in a situation where you're in a job that you essentially, hopefully love, but you have too much work than one person's supposed to do, but you don't want to leave the job because you want to keep your financial security. So with the physical intelligence skills that and coaching that I'm here to offer, we learn to fight back against the gravity and the stress and the tension and the fear and the frustration by learning certain movements and how to twist, how to turn on your seat, how to prepare yourself in the morning as you're getting ready for work, how to start to relieve that, create a space for energy with certain breathing patterns and with certain specific movement patterns, so that you can either flex it out, breathe it out. When you get home, you can recover in a safe and healthy way, so that you can actually sleep a good 8 to 10 to 12 hours and wake up feeling fresh. Like you've relieved the burden of all of that stress from the day before. It's gone. You're a fresh person. So what happened yesterday doesn't even matter. You've literally, refreshed your brain cells, your physical body cells, and all this. And mind, body is all one thing. But you're fresh and you're ready for your day. And when the stress does come on, and the old tensions in the back of the neck or in the shoulders or in the hips and the lower back, you know how to take brief breaks to free the hips, free the neck, and free the shoulders, and open the chest, and get in that healthy blood supply to help you to cope with your real life situation that you need your financial security, but you definitely don't need the stress and the anxiety and the damage to the mind and body and happiness that comes from being overworked. So for insight and some sharing on how to achieve all of that, and while keeping your financial freedom and getting that real balance in life and coming out on top and winning in a way that is not just a matter of, medals and all that kind of stuff and big paycheck, but winning knowing that you're financially secure and you're physically and mentally healthy. So look forward to working with everyone and anyone who's, who wants to reach out and make this happen. Cheers.